So, in the previous episodes, Revolution, I took part in it. I mentioned in Newsweek. It was the most dramatic, perhaps the biggest achievement of my life, having been there, and not claiming to be after the fact of tens of thousands of diplomas and benefits for idiots and liars who took advantage, termina, of it. I don't have a diploma. I didn't take money or anything from it, but I was there, so reason to be proud, reason to remember this, and boost a little the morale, which is not spectacular in those days now. Then adventures with the car, with trips to Austria, Germany, cold shoulder there, but then wonderful, splendid things here. Enjoying the freedom and so on. Working as a sort of an assistant or one-man band to do anything for some journalists from Time, from Radio Sweden. Money in the pocket, some investments, some good, some poor. Talking to a lawyer for one which looked like a big loss, and coming out of the office as this tall, attractive Queen of Beauty, officially. She says so in the car. I think it's a joke. Wait. Yeah. And when it's not, I am overwhelmed. I am placed in a position where I'm thinking, well, am I up to this? I mean, to meet like the princess of the stories, not with a shoes, not Sleeping Beauty, and but the accoutrements of the fairy tales, but with a diploma, with an official paper saying she is the winner of the beauty pageant. Is it? I mean, am I so great? I mean, maybe I'm gaining some arrogance and not just self-esteem, but there's a process of self-aggrandizement or something, followed by doubts, anxiety, feelings of inadequacy, especially after the end when it was a total collapse. And we have the husk, the result you can see today. Not my fault, but she dropped me as the infant I was from her hands, and then poof, cracked my head on impact. So, tickets I mentioned, take her, drive her on the same day to the show where she gave a trophy to some best footballer or best gymnast or both. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't. It was also the reason why so much is ratified, not in here anymore, is also because it was a different, a parallel universe, not unlike probably what these very stable genius fans have in their head. Not much. I mean, air. Believing conspiracy theories, believing the elections in America have been stolen, and their absolute monster is the chosen one. I just made a parallel that shocks me. I mean, maybe my beloved, the angel of mercy and everything else, was actually a fallen angel, a devil, which just took over me, used me for some months, and then kicked me in the butt because I was no longer useful. That's a potential line to follow. So maybe we'll find out as we speak. And I clear my head and I realize. But for the days waiting for her, for that period and the coming months, most of it was exhilaration, exuberance, effervescence, and we can use many other such words that are supposed to express resplendent territory, heaven, Eden, east of Eden, and within Eden. Marked by passages through purgatory or hell itself, because there were fights, there were very low moments during this story of, let's just say, love. So I also mentioned when she came back, we went to Leboda, the swan on the lake, Pantelimon Lake. And I must have said something like, well, you've got me under my skin. No, what's that with Sinatra? No, I've got you under my skin. I've got you under my skin. So I am mesmerized, bewitched, something. I think she did not respond exactly in kind. I mean, she wasn't saying, oh yes, it's love at first sight for me too, and it's phenomenal, it's divine, glorious, we'll be living on top of Mount Olympus, top of the world forever. But she was favorable, or more, in that we continued from there. And again, maybe it was the wrong strategic move. Maybe this was the only scenario allowed to yours truly, to be of use, to be a servant, not just figuratively a slave of love. Brian Ferry, Slave to Love, Slave to Love. That's a great song. But literally in that, okay, let's drive you around town. She was taking lessons. She failed her first exam to enter the UNATC, which supposedly means something like the University for Theatre and Acting or something like that. I forgot what exactly that. And in the meantime, maybe it's not called that anymore. Anyway, so she was taking lessons from this. I can say his name if I remember it. Not just now. Somewhere in Drumul Tabere. So I'll take her from, which would need a day to get to and back today through the traffic. But there was no traffic then. From near Bor, near Iulia Hajdeu, all the way towards the north in Drumul Tabere. And I would wait for her there for 1 hour. I think it was 1 hour, a bit more than that. and not always. Once, for some reason, there was something I didn't, and there was a problem. There was an accident, but about that tomorrow.